Hey folks, Troy Dooley, MLM Help Desk, and it's by now everybody knows. I mean, it's the Dispatch, the local newspaper in Davison County, has reported that the Secret Service and the SEC is investigating Zeek. The AG is investigating Zeek. But the interesting thing is how many people have already inside of network marketing is just, it's like vultures is what it is. I expect Patrick Preddy, who is an advocate against Ponzi schemes, Oz over at Behind MLM, I expect to jump on this. But what's been interesting is seeing what's happened inside of our own community. Lynn Clements, who I admire as a friend, as somebody that's a true, man, just gets to the meat of stuff, says SEC and Secret Service closed Zeek Rewards. Well, actually, they didn't close Zeek Rewards. Zeek Rewards management voluntarily closed their doors. Has nothing to do with the current investigation. And it's interesting because, again, critics I expect to do certain things, but network marketers, people inside our community, I wouldn't expect this. An investigation doesn't mean anything more than an investigation. Do we all think that probably Zeek won't open its doors again? You bet. There's no, I mean, we all are on the same page there. But to act like the investigation means that people are going to prison, that improprieties took place. That don't even mean improprieties took place. There's many investigations that can take place and the companies don't reopen their doors. Matter of fact, Burn Lounge is appealing the judge's decision. I'm pretty sure they're not going to open their doors again. You know, the funny thing is, I know Paul Burks pretty well. I know what he's gone through the last few months personally, things outside the business. Matter of fact, it reminds me, his life right now, except that it's his, well, it doesn't matter. His life a lot reminds me of parts of Gary Racer's over at Lima. And nobody ever took the time to know Paul Burks. You know, they don't know what's going on now, to be quite honest. I know Greg Caldwell real good. Great troubleshooter, brought in to help companies. I love that. But something that I did see today inside of our community has nothing to do with outside critics. They'll watch this. They'll take sound bites out of it. They always do. But what I saw is people from all stages of network marketing really lambasting the affiliates at Zeek Rewards. And at first I got mad. I was angry. My wife came in and said, I haven't seen you this angry in a long time. And I said, well, these people, it's real easy for people with no balls to get on the internet and write their little comments and tell people, I've got 25 years in the business, I've got 30 years in the business, I got 10 years in the business, I told y'all this was going to happen, I just knew this is what was going to take place. I've been in 20 companies, I'm an owner of a company, I can do, everybody does all this crap that's out there. And they seem to forget that every one of them has had something happen in their life where they've done something stupid. And they didn't like people saying, I told you so. They made mistakes and they didn't like people saying, yeah, you should have listened to me. Instead, they're doing what they preach not to do. I love Richard Brooke. Now, constantly am I reading United We Stand, something that it's the manuscript that he spoke about it in Art Jonak Mastermind. I don't make light of the fact that everybody inside of network marketing was just as frustrated and confused and angry and sometimes at the Zeek Rewards business model as the outside critics were, all for different reasons. Inside network marketing, people got frustrated because people on their own team were leaving and looking at Zeek Rewards as a plan B. I understand that. I understand some small companies got hurt and merged with other companies. I understand every bit of that. But isn't network marketing about following your dream? Isn't it about freedom? I would respectfully ask all of those people that call themselves network marketing pros, if you want to throw stones, if you want to say, I told you so, if you want to say, I got you, would you please direct those at me and not the affiliates? I'm not saying that there were people in Zeek that didn't deserve your wrath or your anger or your criticism or your sarcasm. But the most of them, I don't think did. See, I met over, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, probably about 4,000 Zeek affiliates. I remember one story. My daughter and I were standing there as this lady came up smiling real big, and she said, "Troy, can I tell you my story?" I said, "I'd love to hear it." Her husband was with her. She goes, "Isn't my husband handsome?" Which I thought was kind of a weird question. I said, "Well, he's a good-looking guy, yeah." She goes, "No." She goes, "Up until just a couple of months ago, I never got to see his face." She goes, "Over the last few months, we've earned just enough money that I've been able to go out and get the laser surgery I needed on my eyes." And she was able to see her husband for the first time. I remember a pastor from Texas, after talking about compliance, came up and shook my hand and said, "Thank you. I was doing some things wrong that I didn't know about." I said, "Well, how's Zeke doing for you?" He said, I've been able to stop taking pay from my church, and I'm paying tithe, and now I'm able to do things, and they don't have to pay me because I'm making just enough from Zeke to cover that." He's given more to his church than he was taking out. An elderly couple who her husband had gotten laid off and they couldn't make their house payment. Zeke had brought in enough money, they were making their house payment. I know there's all the crazy stories, all the out of compliance crap that was out there. I know that. Just like there is in every network marketing company. There's not a network marketing company that I haven't reviewed where there's some distributor, some affiliate, some brand partner, somebody out there that's talking about how easy it is to build the business, how you don't have to do much work on the business. I'm not even sure that the Zeek Rewards business was the problem as much as all of our attitudes. Without a doubt, there were times that just out of spite, I would side with Zeek just because I got frustrated at seeing all the negative crap and nobody ever wanted to try to find something positive. We in network marketing are constantly talking about being positive. Take negatives up and positives down, but yet when it gets right down to it, we don't believe that. I'm seeing it on the internet. We're taking negative all over the daggum place. We're hitting people. I really wish you guys would. If you want to attack me, I don't mind that. My goal isn't to get everything right. Facts change. I've screwed up. But what I want to do is keep the information flowing so that when people are looking at network marketing, they can see the facts. They know what's going on. I have the largest database now of information on penny auctions. It's kind of like on wireless. I know wireless is not the best niche in network marketing. And I can pretty much tell you penny auctions won't be the best niche in network marketing. But it hurts me when I see great leaders, men and women that I respect, out here taking pot shots at hurting people. Yet there's some companies that are willing to say, "You know what? Look, we'll put it on our dime. We'll let them join our company for free. We won't charge them on an auto ship. We just want to be able to give them a home, a safe place, a rescue plan." I like that. Although there's people that say, "Oh, they have an agenda." I don't think so. They just want to help people because some people just want to help people. It's not about the money. I know that's weird in network marketing because we're supposed to be a materialistic people. It's all about lifestyle and the toys. Can't be about a mission, could it? Couldn't be about a real drive to be a community and to collaborate and to build a tribe like Seth Godin says. I got to looking at some of the comments and it really was heartbreaking in some cases because I thought, I wonder if these people talk this way to their own family. I wonder if their wife and their daughter or their son happened to get in the wrong place at the wrong time and was beat and raped and sexually abused. If they would look at their son or their daughter or their wife and say, "Well, I told you shouldn't have done that. I told you not to go into that club. I told you not to go down that road. I told you never to hitchhike." I mean, we could do "I told you so" all day long. Everybody just loves rejection, don't they? We're an industry that talks about praising people, personal development, helping people grow. And then what I see on Facebook, what I see on my blog comments, the emails that I've gotten, Lord, that's an NC-17 deal. Here people are trashing the very heart of what network marketing stands for. So if you call yourself a network marketing leader, if you're a company owner, if you're a big-time leader, I would challenge you to look at your own principles and see if you violated those. How would you like it if people started digging up your past and showing everybody your mistakes and telling you, "I told you so. You should have listened. I know Supreme Court judges that were in Zeek rewards. I know politicians. I know doctors, attorneys, investment planners, everybody. They were in Zeek rewards. It's sad what's happened, but these people don't deserve your cynicism, your nastiness. If you want to be that way, come at me. Okay, I'm the one that kept this story going. I'm the one that was posting on a regular basis about information that we had found. If you want to blame somebody for what's happened to your company, you want to blame somebody what happened to your downline, blame me. I'm the reporter. So come after me. Don't come after the affiliates that are just like you. They're just trying to make a living. They were trying to see their dreams come true. Think about it. Live life like it's an epic adventure. Stay dangerous. Stay strong. And if you're in network marketing, act like it.